Hello, I'm Bonnie Nelson. When I was young, I lived on a farm and we did have a rooster. I'm telling you, that rooster was loud. It woke up everybody. And we have a story about a rooster. Of course, at first it's not real loud, but we'll find out what happened. It's called The Rooster Who Learned to Crow by Janeen Grohsmeyer. There was once a farm in a valley that was practically perfect. Well, it was perfect in every way except it had no rooster to crow at the crack of dawn. So everyone was always late getting out of bed. The dog never woke up in time to fetch the newspaper for the farmer. The farmer never woke up in time to milk the cows before the sun rose. The cows, well, they never woke up in time to eat grass. And you know, grass is more tasty when it's wet in the morning. Everyone was late on that farm. And so everyone was always a bit cranky in the morning. Sometimes they were even cranky all day. You know how that is. Until one day a chicken arrived at the farm. Everyone was excited. She had 4 little balls of fluff peeping and cheeping behind her. "Oh, pardon me, Mrs. Chicken," snuffled the pig, who was always exceedingly polite. "But what would one of your chicks happen to be? That is, might one be a he?" "Why, yes," answered Mrs. Chicken. She pointed with the tip of her wing to the last chicken in line. "That's my son." "A rooster chicken," squealed the youngest of the lambs. And all the other animals squealed or whinnied or quacked or oinked. "We won't be late anymore. We have a rooster on our farm." But they didn't, not yet. They had to wait for the chicks to grow up. And grow up they did, from little yellow balls of fluff with legs no bigger to bigger yellow balls of fluff with legs pointing down. As the days passed, all the young chickens grew fine white feathers and bright yellow feet. And then finally, young Mr. Rooster Chicken began to grow long, swooping feathers on his tail. A tail, squealed the youngest of the lambs. "Soon you'll be old enough to crow." "You look very handsome today, young Mr. Rooster," snorted the pig. Now remember, this is the pig who was always exceedingly polite. "A very fine fowl, if I may say so." "Thank you," said young Mr. Rooster with a bob of his head and a quiver of his coxcomb. You know, that's the thing on top that wobbles back and forth. And then he walked away. His long tails were drooping and the coxcomb was down too. "What's wrong?" asked his friend the gray and white cat who lived in the barn. "Oh, nothing." "Something's wrong," said his other friend, the yellow duck who swam in the pond. The pig came over to listen too. "Well," scratching in the dirt, said the rooster, "everybody's waiting for me to grow up and crow." "Oh, I'm doing the growing up part all right, but what?" asked the cat. "I don't know how to crow. I've never even heard a rooster crow. I don't know what I'm supposed to do." "We shall help you," announced the pig. Remember, he was always exceedingly polite. "We will?" asked the cat, with every single one of his yellow whiskers raised. "How?" "Yes, how?" quacked the duck. "We shall teach him," the pig. "You have heard a rooster crow before, have you not, Mrs. Duck?" "Yes, I have," said the duck. "I can show you." She flew to the top of the chicken coop. Then she folded her wings back and tilted her bill up and crowed, "Quack, quack, 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 quack." The cat crouched down and flattened his ears. "Oh," said the pig. "Thank you, Mrs. Duck, though that's not perhaps quite—" "Oh, I hope not," said the rooster, very much alarmed. "I shall demonstrate," winked the pig. "First, one must climb, though you will no doubt fly to the high point." The pig climbed to the top of a manure pile. You know about manure piles? Yeah, you know how they smell sometimes. Well, tilt your head back. Mrs. Duck had that part quite well. Clear your throat and crow. The pig tilted his head back and cleared his throat. Snuffle, snuffle. The cat closed his eyes and shook his head. "Hump," said the duck, not at all impressed. "Yes, well," the pig climbed down from the manure pile. "But it's not quite, that is, it does sound a bit, you understand, with the real rooster." "I'll show you," said the cat, and he leaped to the top of the fence and curled his tail around his toes. He washed one paw and looked up at the sky. "Meow, meow, meow." "Hump," said the duck. "Hum," squeaked the pig. "Oh dear," said the rooster. He was even more alarmed. "Maybe another chicken," suggested the duck, and they went to fetch one of the hens. But all she managed was pluck, 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 pluck. The dog gave them a woof, woof, woof. The lamb went ba, ba, ba. The rooster sadly shook his head. "I'll never learn how to crow. I won't be good at waking people up. Nobody will like me anymore." "Sure we will," said the cat. "I like you right now, and you've never crowed a day in your life." All the animals agreed with baas and moos and stomping of feet. "Besides," added the cat, "I don't like waking up early in the morning anyway." When they said they were going to help him, the rooster says, "You will?" But he still felt it was a gloomy and rainy day. "I wonder," said the pig, "have you ever tried to crow, Mr. Rooster?" "Me? But you're more of a rooster than any of us," said the duck. "And we'll like you no matter what you sound like," the pig. "Even if you don't make any sound at all," said the cat. Now remember, the cat didn't mind sleeping late. And so the rooster decided to try. He flew to the top of the chicken coop. He folded his wings back. He tilted his head. And he tried to make the same noises all his friends had tried to make before. Softly at first, cock-a-doodle-doo, and then louder, cock-a-doodle-doo. and then very loud, cock-a-doodle-doo. After that, no one had any doubt that young Mr. Rooster knew how to crow, not even young Mr. Rooster himself. There is a farm in a valley that is practically perfect in every way. It even has a fine young rooster who crows at the crack of dawn. And everyone gets out of bed exactly on time. The dog always wakes up in time to fetch the newspaper for the farmer. The farmer always wakes up in time to milk the cows before the sun rises. The cows always wake up when the grass is the most tasty. Everyone is always wide awake on that farm because they have a rooster whose friends helped him learn how to crow, just like this. Cock-a-doodle-doo!